Point 1. Your daily routine stops being yours. When you've lived independently for decades, you're used to eating, sleeping, bathing, and relaxing when you want. After moving in with adult children, those habits must bend to match the rhythms of the household. Breakfast may be later or earlier than you prefer. The kitchen may be occupied when you want to cook. Quiet hours may no longer be possible with children or grandchildren around. This may seem small, but over time, you lose the freedom to act spontaneously. Seniors often begin to suppress their preferences to fit in, and this silent compromise erodes independence little by little. Real-life story: Mr. George, 73, loved making tea at 5 a.m. every morning. After moving in with his daughter, he stopped because the sound of clinking cups woke the children, he said. It felt silly at first, skipping tea, but after a year, I realized my whole routine was gone. I felt like a guest in my own life. When your routine is taken over, you lose part of what makes you feel in control of your day. Routine is not just habit, it is an anchor for your mental health. Solution: if you do move in, discuss schedules ahead of time. Ask for space and time where your habits are respected. Protect at least 1 or 2 personal routines fiercely. They are the last threads of your independence. Point 2. Dependence on children can weaken your confidence and skills. Independence is not just about living alone. It's about the confidence that you can still take care of yourself, make decisions, and manage life's challenges. At first, your children might simply want to help, paying bills, cooking meals, handling doctor visits. But slowly, this help can turn into dependence. You stop practicing skills you once used daily. Psychology calls this learned helplessness. When seniors stop trying to do things themselves, their brains adapt by reducing problem-solving activity. Confidence shrinks, and soon, even simple tasks like ordering groceries or operating the washing machine feel overwhelming. Real-life example: Mrs. Patel, 75, moved in with her son. At first, she was grateful for the help. 2 years later, she confessed, "I don't even know how to refill my own prescriptions anymore. I used to manage everything myself. Now, if my son is busy, I just wait. It's like I forgot how to live." Solution: continue to do what you can, even if it takes longer. Handle at least one responsibility, whether it's finances, grocery planning, or personal appointments. Small acts of independence keep your brain sharp and your confidence strong. Point 3. Privacy disappears, and with it, peace of mind. Privacy becomes more valuable, not less, as you age. Seniors need space to think, pray, rest, and process their emotions without interruption. But living in someone else's house often means constant noise from television or kids, family members entering your room without knocking, having to explain where you are going or what you are doing. Point 6. Emotional regression, feeling like a child again. When you move in with your adult children after 70, something subtle but deeply emotional often happens. You stop feeling like the wise, capable elder you are and start feeling like a child again. This isn't intentional. Your children don't mean to make you feel this way. But the shift in power and role within the household can quietly trigger emotional regression, a psychological state where you begin behaving or feeling like your younger, dependent self. How emotional regression starts: it often begins with small interactions. Your children remind you to take your medicine, like a parent would. They scold you for eating too much sugar. They ask where you're going, with whom, and when you'll be back. Each of these moments chips away at your sense of authority. Suddenly, you are no longer the decision maker. You are being managed. Why this is dangerous? Regression isn't just uncomfortable, it's harmful to your mental health. Loss of self-respect. You start doubting your ability to make choices. Lower confidence. You may avoid trying new things, fearing you'll be corrected. Increased dependence. You begin waiting for permission before taking action. Emotional suppression. Resentment builds, but you stay silent to avoid conflict. Over time, you might feel smaller, less important, and even invisible. A real-life example: take Helen, 79. After moving in with her daughter, she noticed she was constantly being reminded about her health choices. She said, "I raised 3 children, worked 2 jobs, survived hardships, and now my daughter tells me I can't have a cookie because of my sugar levels. I feel like I'm 10 years old again, not a grown woman." This isn't about rebellion, it's about dignity. Seniors need to feel that they are respected adults, not scolded children. The silent emotional cost. Feeling like a child again can cause shame. You may feel embarrassed that you need help at all. Anger. You may quietly resent your children but not express it. Withdrawal. To avoid conflict, you may stop sharing your thoughts and emotions. Depression. Feeling powerless and unheard can lead to sadness and apathy. Why respecting autonomy matters. Psychologists agree that autonomy, the ability to make decisions for yourself, is one of the strongest predictors of emotional well-being in old age. Even when help is necessary, seniors who maintain decision-making power remain more engaged, healthier, and more optimistic. How to prevent emotional regression? Negotiate respect early. Tell your children that you want advice, not orders. Keep making choices, choose your own meals, clothes, and schedule whenever possible. Use I statements. Say, I prefer to handle my own medication, rather than, stop telling me what to do. Stay involved. Join family discussions about finances, schedules, and household rules. Practical tip. Stay involved. Join family discussions about finances, schedules, and household rules. Practical tip. Set aside one daily ritual that is completely yours. It could be a morning walk, a personal prayer, or even watching a favorite show uninterrupted. This small act of self-ownership helps remind you, I am still me, I am still in charge of my life. The deeper truth, moving in with adult children does not have to mean losing yourself. But without conscious effort, it can quietly strip away your independence, dignity, and sense of authority. You have spent decades building wisdom, experience, and strength. Those things don't vanish after 70, they are your legacy. Protect them fiercely, with love, with respect, and with courage. Because staying emotionally strong and independent is just as important as staying physically healthy. Closing message: how to keep your independence, even if you live with your children. After everything we've explored, the loss of routine, confidence, privacy, peace, finances, and even emotional authority, one truth becomes clear. Moving in with your adult children after 70 is not just a physical decision, it is an emotional one. It can either give you a new chapter of connection and care, or slowly erase the independence that makes life worth living. The difference lies in how you approach it. Your independence is your identity. You have lived through decades of struggle, growth, triumph, and loss. You've worked, loved, raised families, and built a life from scratch. That history is not erased just because you are now over 70. Your independence is not selfish, it is your dignity. It is the proof that you are still capable, still wise, still strong. Losing that can be more painful than any illness. What seniors can do: if you are considering or already living with your children, have honest conversations early, before moving in. Talk openly about routines, finances, privacy, and expectations. Keep small responsibilities, pay a bill, cook a meal, manage your medication. Anything that keeps your skills alive. Protect your space, even if it's just one room. Treat it as your sanctuary. Make it comfortable, peaceful, and truly yours. Stay socially active. Don't rely only on family for interaction. Meet friends, join groups, stay connected to your own world. Prioritize your mental health. Practice journaling, prayer, or meditation. Talk about your feelings instead of bottling them up. What children must understand. This message is also for adult children who love their parents. Respect your parents' autonomy. Ask, don't command, give them choices and space. Remember that they are not just parents, they are individuals with their own history, personality, and preferences. The beauty of balanced co-living. When done right, multi-generational living can be deeply fulfilling. Grandchildren get wisdom, parents get love and support, and seniors get companionship and security, without losing themselves. But that balance only happens when independence is respected, privacy is honored, and everyone communicates with love. Final reflection. Aging with dignity means more than staying alive. It means staying yourself. If you are over 70, remind yourself daily, I am not just surviving, I am still living, still deciding, still shaping my story. Because true independence is not about where you live, it's about how you live, how you think, and how you refuse to let age take away the most precious thing you have, your identity.